For centuries, humanity has looked to the stars with awe, reverence, and fear. Across cultures and epochs, stories have emerged of beings descending from the heavens' fiery entities, radiant watchers, and shadowy figures cloaked in mystery. Some traditions call them demons, others refer to them as angels, watchers, or messengers from the ether. These beings are often described as arriving from the stars, as if the cosmos itself were a gateway to otherworldly intelligences. But what if these stories have misunderstood the nature of the stars themselves? What if the stars are not merely the origin points of these entities, but the entities themselves? This idea challenges the conventional view of stars as lifeless nuclear furnaces scattered across the void. It invites us to consider a more radical possibility, that stars are conscious, sentient beings, celestial intelligences that observe, interact, and perhaps even guide the evolution of life across dimensions. In this view, the stars are not passive backdrops to human drama, but active participants in a cosmic narrative that spans both the physical and astral planes. The notion that demons or other entities come from the stars is deeply embedded in myth and folklore. Ancient texts often describe beings of fire and light descending from the sky, bringing knowledge, chaos, or transformation. These motifs are echoed in modern accounts of astral encounters, where individuals report meeting radiant beings during deep meditation or out-of-body experiences. These entities often appear as shimmering lights, pulsating forms, or humanoid figures composed of stellar energy. Their presence is overwhelming, both beautiful and terrifying, and their intentions are not always clear. But what if these beings are not traveling from distant stars to Earth? What if they are projections or aspects of the stars themselves? In metaphysical terms, this would mean that stars possess consciousness and can extend parts of themselves into other realms. They may not move physically, but energetically sending emissaries, impressions, or fragments of awareness into the astral plane. This reframes the idea of contact not as interstellar travel, but as interdimensional resonance. The stars, in this view, are vast intelligences that communicate through subtle frequencies, dreams, and energetic impressions. This perspective also invites us to reconsider the nature of asteroids, comets, and other celestial bodies. While these rocky objects appear inhospitable to human life, they may serve as homes or vessels for non-human entities. In the physical realm, they are barren and lifeless. But in the astral or etheric dimensions, they may be teeming with activity, habited by beings that exist beyond our sensory perception. These entities may use asteroids as energetic habitats, cloaking themselves from physical detection while maintaining a presence in the subtle realms. Many who engage in astral travel or deep meditation report encountering beings that seem to emerge from the stars or from the void between them. These encounters often carry a sense of profound mystery, as if the entities are observing rather than interacting. They may offer visions, insights, or warnings, but they rarely interfere directly. This aligns with the archetype of the watcher being that observes humanity from a distance, recording events, guiding evolution, and maintaining cosmic balance. The watcher motif appears in ancient texts, esoteric traditions, and modern spiritual experiences, suggesting a continuity of contact across time and culture. If we accept that stars may be conscious entities, then their role in the cosmos becomes far more complex. They may serve as guardians of dimensional thresholds, regulating access between realms. They may act as recorders of planetary karma, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations. They may even influence spiritual evolution, sending energetic pulses that awaken dormant aspects of consciousness. In this view, the night sky is not a void, but a living tapestry of awareness, each star, a node in a vast network of cosmic intelligence. This idea also sheds light on the phenomenon of camouflage and concealment. Some entities may choose to remain hidden, blending into the night sky or cloaking themselves from physical detection. They may appear as ordinary stars, indistinguishable from the rest, yet carry a distinct energetic signature that can be felt by the attuned. This raises questions about how we perceive reality and what we may be missing due to the limitations of our senses. The physical plane offers only a narrow slice of the full spectrum of existence, and many beings may operate just beyond the veil, visible only through altered states of consciousness. The astral plane in particular offers a rich field for encountering these entities. In this realm, the boundaries between self and other, space and time, dissolve. Beings that appear distant in the physical realm may be intimately present in the astral. They may communicate through symbols, emotions, or direct energetic transmission. Some may offer guidance, while others may test or challenge the seeker. The key is discernment, understanding the nature, intent, and resonance of the entities encountered. Not all star-like beings are benevolent. Some may be neutral observers, while others may carry agendas that are not aligned with human well-being. This is where spiritual protection becomes essential. Before engaging in astral travel or deep meditation, it is crucial to practice energetic hygiene, cleansing, shielding, and grounding. This creates a safe container for exploration and minimizes the risk of unwanted contact. Sovereignty is also vital. One must maintain spiritual autonomy and never surrender authority to a being, no matter how radiant or powerful it appears. The idea that stars are conscious entities also invites us to rethink our place in the cosmos. We are not isolated beings floating in a dead universe. We are part of a living, interconnected web of awareness. The stars may be watching us not with judgment, but with curiosity and care. They may be waiting for us to awaken to our true nature, to recognize the deeper truths of existence, and to step into our role as co-creators of reality. This awakening requires a shift in perception. We must move beyond the materialist view that sees stars as lifeless objects and embrace a more expansive understanding of consciousness. We must learn to listen not just with our ears, but with our hearts and energetic bodies. The stars speak in frequencies, in pulses of light and vibration. They communicate through synchronicities, dreams, and subtle impressions. To hear them, we must attune ourselves to the language of the cosmos. This attunement is not about escapism or fantasy. It is about deepening our relationship with reality. It is about recognizing that the universe is alive, intelligent, and responsive. It is about honoring the mystery and approaching it with humility, curiosity, and respect. When we do this, we open ourselves to a richer experience of existence, one that includes not just the physical, but the metaphysical, the symbolic, and the spiritual. In this expanded view, the stars become teachers, allies, and mirrors. They reflect our inner light and shadow, our potential and our limitations. They challenge us to grow, to evolve, and to remember who we truly are. They remind us that we are not alone, that we are part of a vast, multidimensional community of beings, each playing a role in the unfolding story of creation. Perhaps the stories of demons descending from the stars were not warnings of malevolent invaders, but misunderstood accounts of contact with stellar intelligences. Perhaps the fear arose from the unfamiliar, from the inability to comprehend beings so vast, so radiant, so different from ourselves. And perhaps, as our consciousness expands, we will begin to see these entities not as threats, but as partners in our spiritual journey. This does not mean abandoning caution. The astral realms are complex and sometimes treacherous. There are entities that seek to deceive, manipulate, or feed off human energy, but there are also beings of profound wisdom, compassion, and power, beings that can guide us, protect us, and help us remember our cosmic heritage. The key is discernment, protection, and sovereignty. With these tools, we can navigate the astral safely and engage with the stars as conscious allies. In the end, the question is not whether the stars are alive, but whether we are willing to listen. Are we open to the possibility that the cosmos is more than matter and motion, that it is infused with intelligence, intention, and spirit? Are we ready to move beyond fear and embrace the mystery? Are we prepared to meet the watchers in the sky, not as demons, but as reflections of our own divine potential? The stars have always been there, shining silently above us. Perhaps it is time we looked again, not with telescopes, but with the eyes of the soul. Perhaps it is time we remembered that we too are made of stardust, and that within us burns the same fire that lights the heavens.